Hello, Libra. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot predictions. So you are free to watch these videos for your sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on which resonates more with you. For those of you who are here for love, you may also want to check out your Venus sign as well. And I've had a couple of people, or actually a lot of people recently over the past couple of weeks say, hey, Jane, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Where have you been? I've been here. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to get notified for all of the videos that I post. Some people just aren't getting the notifications apparently, so you just want to make sure you hit that little bell. Let's go ahead and just not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Thank you, and I'll see you in a sec. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead and get this started with a major arcana card, which signifies what the universe needs from you. Okay, we got the Chariot, which I love, which indicates movement. Look, Libra, don't be afraid to just go for it. Don't be afraid to get started. Don't be afraid to make those phone calls. Don't be afraid to take some kind of action, to dive right in. It's one thing that I actually love about cardinal energy, so Libra, Aries, Cancer, or Capricorn, is that they don't really have a lot of hang-ups usually, unless you have some, trauma or some individual stuff in your birth chart. But generally speaking, cardinal signs don't really have a problem with diving into things. This is one of the greatest ways that a cardinal sign learns things. This is the way they develop skills. They just go in and they get their hands dirty. They make it happen. They start having the discussions. They start asking the questions. They start researching and learning, and they just go for it. And I think the Chariot is here to say, this is a clear path for you. Whatever it is you're wanting to do, whether it's something more serious that you need in your life, or whether it's something you're just doing for fun, just because you have a natural curiosity about it. Whatever it is, this is a really, kind of straightforward, go for it, there are no obstacles in front of you kind of card. All right. So who is in the environment that Libra needs to be aware of throughout the course of June? Okay, we have a King of Wands. Okay, well, we love that. This seems like someone who is a strong force in your life. So it could be a spouse, it could be a parent, it could be a best friend or an employer, or someone that you really respect a lot. I think there's always respect or mutual respect when a king comes out. I think this is someone who really supports you, but they also have a lot of their own stuff going on, so they might not be entirely involved. This might be someone that you come home to at the end of the day and you have a really big discussion about what you went through, what you're learning, what you need help with, and whatnot. And they'll help as much as they possibly can, but they're also not going to do it for you. I like the boundaries the King of Wands often sets. A King of Wands is not here to just completely give themselves over to another person. They have their own goals and ambitions, and they're working hard, and they're earning their own money, and they're going and living their life. Libra, it is possible, and I'm saying this because of the Venus retrograde position. Venus comes into Leo this month, and she is going to be in her pre-shadow, which is the time before her retrograde, which happens in July. And it is common to meet people, especially 11th house and 5th house, since the 5th house, is opposite of the 11th, by the way, and the 5th house has a lot to do with dating. I wouldn't be surprised if there were Libras out there who met somebody, okay? I'm not going to say whether or not it's going to work out or not. I don't really have a lot of cards here, but I do like, if a King of Wands is someone that enters, I do like them for you. I think this feels good. It feels right. It feels solid. It feels powerful. This is someone that you can build something substantial with, most likely. Okay, so let's pull out the rest of the cards. See what comes through for Libra. And Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups and a Nine of Coins. I feel actually both of these are you. They're like two aspects of you. Now, I may get a different story when I pull out the clarifiers, but for now we'll go with this. On one hand, you're busy, right? And that's Chariot stuff. On one hand, you're going for it. You are focused, you're determined, you're going to make it happen, you're playing with your life a little bit, you're opening yourself up, you're expanding as the sun coming through the ninth house kind of demands of you. But also with the Queen of Cups, you seem very much at peace. And you seem like you are allowing your intuition to guide you. I don't know that Libra is asking a ton of questions right now. You know, like if you're faced with an option or an opportunity, I don't think Libra is sitting there being like, oh yeah, but well, what about this? And what about that? And what about? And all these, million questions, feeling like it has to know everything and feeling like it has to have some semblance of control over stuff before it moves on. I don't think Libra is in that place. I think Libra would rather feel it moment to moment rather than try to have any semblance of control. And there is a lot of playfulness for Libra, and that is going to be the case probably for the next 20 years to some degree when you're going to have Pluto in the 5th house, okay? And especially this month with Mars and Venus in the 11th. There's a lot of playfulness. It's also Gemini season for the first few weeks of June until we hit the 21st. So Gemini is playful, Leo is playful, 5th house is playful, 11th house is also pretty playful as well. So, I mean, I think Libra is in a playing place. And with the Nine of Coins, I don't know that you are in a skill development time, although that could be a part of it. But the only reason I think that you would be developing a skill, it's not necessarily for the sake of developing the skill itself, but because that skill is useful for what it is you want to do. But generally speaking, I think you have everything you need. You have the skill, you have the talent, you have at least enough knowledge to start diving in here with this Chariot card. Okay? And I do think Libra is opening themselves up to more lucrative avenues, especially if this is something professional, like you're exploring a new profession or a new industry, or you're exploring a new job with a new company. There is a lot of work stuff coming through for Libra as well, especially near the end of the month. The 17th, Saturn is going to retrograde in that 6th house. The sun comes into the 10th house. So I know you're thinking about what you're doing for a living. You're thinking about the work that you're doing and how better to apply that or leverage that for greater reward, greater financial reward. You're wanting to elevate your financial life. And yet you're also having a lot of faith in the universe right now. One thing I love about having Jupiter come through the 8th house. Now, Jupiter came into the 8th house last month. Okay, it came in on the 16th of May. So this will be the first full month with Jupiter in. And I think you're really going to start to see the themes of that. And Jupiter in the 8th often asks you to dig deep within yourself, to dig deep within your inner psyche and overcome a lot of things, right? 8th house is a transformative place. This is a death, rebirth type of house where we set aside our ego. We kind of slither out of our known identities and we re-emerge a totally different person. So we're in the beginning stages of that process. We're kind of slithering out of our skin and redeveloping and reinventing ourselves. Okay? Or you are Libra. So with that process of reinventing yourself, like I say, you're kind of open right now, open to all different types of possibilities, open to new pathways, new people, new relationships, new directions. And you're just going to let the current of the world, the current of the universe guide you. 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and Justice. Well, I like Justice. It's the Libra card. and we're doing the Libra reading. But, you know, I think this has a lot to do with Venus. Venus, as much as that we love her and she brings a lot of right? She's a benefic planet, right? She usually brings a lot of blessings and pleasures in life, but she can certainly dole out the karma as well. And she can dole out the adjustments. That's kind of her job, right? As a ruler of Libra, she's here to establish balance. And she can get real. And I think, you know, there is probably something in your life that is out of balance, that is needing adjustment. Something that is probably, it's going to be something that you've ignored. And it doesn't mean that your every other area is completely out of balance. It just means you're ignoring something. And it's probably a voice. It's probably an intuitive something that has been whispering to you for quite some time, and you probably haven't had time, you haven't had the bandwidth, you haven't had the energy or the resources, you just haven't had what you need to give any credence to that little voice, to that little direction that you are getting. But Venus is going to make sure now that you do. It's going to make sure that you can give whatever is needed to that. And it may put you in a bit of a crossroads situations, Two of Swords. Put you in a situation where you have to make some pretty big choices. And you may feel torn between two worlds a little bit. I think that's a common thing for Libra to feel torn between worlds. You've got your work life and your personal life. You have your dream life and your reality life, right? You have all these different lives going on. And this is a moment here for you to kind of bridge the gap. But in order to do that, you're going to have to make some choices. You're going to have to decide and then put some power behind those decisions. That's the thing with the Chariot, is it doesn't just do it all in the mental realm. This is about applying yourself. You say you're going to do something, you do it. You say you want something, you go after it. You go take it. You say you want to manifest something. It's kind of like if you want to win the lottery, you have to buy the ticket. You guys probably hear me say that all the time. If you want to buy the lottery, you have to buy the freaking ticket. Okay, so this is you buying the ticket. This is you putting yourself in the game, right? Like if you say you want to build this really successful business, but you don't even have your business license yet, or you don't even know what product you're going to sell, you got to get in the game. You got to start putting things together. And I think with this Saturn retrograde in the 6th house this month, in addition to Venus being in pre-shadow, you're going to feel probably a little bit of a sense of urgency, and whatever it is that's going on inside of you that's kind of problematic, whatever mental stuff is happening, this is kind of a time where you say, you know what, I need to overcome this, and I want to overcome it, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to overcome it. And I want to prove it to myself that I can. I don't think a lot of people are involved. The King of Wands, like I say, is just here as a support. I don't know that they can kind of come in and get involved here. There's so much about what you are doing here. Okay? It's not anyone else's life to live. Okay, pull out the rest. Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Wands. So the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, both indicators of something positive coming in, especially when they come out together like this. And I love that it's like she's got her big cup and there's a big cup here, the cups tying in and saying, if you follow your intuition, something wonderful is going to come in. And maybe for those of you who are single and looking for love, even though this is not technically a romantic reading, but if that is something that you're looking for, it really might happen for you as long as you're putting yourself out there, as long as you're somewhat available or paying attention. If you're only in the house all the time, it might be harder. But if you're out there, you're going out with friends, you're doing things, you're out in the community in some way, you're going to work, you're talking to people, chances are a Knight of Wands can easily come in this month. But if it's not a romantic thing, it's probably something creative and something exciting and something that really lights your heart on fire and something that kind of gets you up out of bed in the morning, that makes you feel excited, makes you feel connected with what you're doing. Because I look at this Five of Swords and I wonder if Libra hasn't felt a little disconnected from stuff, maybe because you've been torn in too many different places. Too many departments of your life demanding too much time, too much energy, and you haven't really given back to yourself. This is definitely for you. You know, this is something that belongs to you, that's yours. It's your life, your experience. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, I often see it as actually more of a neutral card. It just amplifies everything else around it. So here it is amplifying the Ace of Cups, a little bit of the Seven of Wands as well, but it's amplifying the Ace of Cups. So that's what tells me it's more positive. But there's momentum, and I see that with the Chariot. The Chariot builds momentum big time. You know, here we have two horses running and sprinting, moving that chariot quickly. There's an element of speed coming through. And if you can initiate and do and act and push things forward, that Wheel of Fortune can start to spin. And that Wheel of Fortune, once it starts spinning and starts building up that momentum, that's when a lot of things can start coming in. That's when things can start clearing out as well. You need time for something, but you don't have it yet. Well, if you start investing in something, somehow that time will be created. But a lot of this is happening because of your intuitive feelings, because you're not overthinking all of this, because you're not locking yourself into any box, and because you're not trying to have control. People who always feel like they need to have control over things don't realize that they're often limiting their Wheel of Fortune. They're cutting themselves off from that more infinite supply and inserting themselves in the process, making it that much harder. It seems like you've got the flow down. Now, the Seven of Wands to me is like you found something worth fighting for. You've found something worth prioritizing. This is something that, like I say, it excites you. It makes you feel alive. And that's always, I don't know if you have that or if you're hoping for that, but I feel like something could come in that really motivates you and makes you feel like you're doing something more substantial. You're doing something that, I don't know, it just means something. I don't want to go too far into it, but it just means something. Okay? Let's pull out the clarifiers and see what else you need to know. So we're going to start with the Chariot card. For those of you who are new here, the cards I'm about to pull out are the cards we cover in the comprehensive reading. All that info is in the description box down below. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. So we usually talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards. So we usually get a lot more detail. Oops, sorry, hold on. A card fell on the ground. Let me get it. Okay, we have the Six of Coins. So that kind of goes nicely with the Justice card. I like when the Six of Coins comes out with the Justice card. Things are evening out for Libra, as they often do when Venus retrogrades. 10 of Coins, 9 of Coins, and 10 of Coins. Now in the environment, the Lovers, 3 of Cups. I feel like that card. 7 of Cups. Okay. And let's get started here with the Knight of Swords. What else does Libra need to know about the Knight of Swords? Ace of Wands. Temperance. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't see a lot of agitation. Hold on. I saw the Two of Swords. Hold on. I saw the Two of Swords, so I want to pull that one. And then I also saw the 10 of Coins. Again. Jeez, okay. These cards. Now I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was saying. All right, 9 of coins. 3 of coins, 3 of swords, and a 2 of wands. 5 of swords, another 7 of cups, 10 of swords, page of swords. You're certainly getting yourself out of a place that doesn't feel good. Emperor. And Knight of Cups. Okay, now for the Justice card. Okay, a Knight of Swords. Another Queen of Cups, so we got 2 of those. And another 4 of Wands. The Ace of Cups. We have Strength. Death. I actually like the Death card in this instance. Knight of Wands. Wand connection, maybe? 9 of coins. Ooh, and a 9 of cups. So there's the financial and the emotional component coming through there. Another Justice card. Another 7 of Wands. Hold on. Okay, we'll take him and we'll take him. We'll take one more since the 7 of Wands is a repeat. And, okay. All right, so this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive reading for all of those of you who would like to join. Again, all that info down in the description box down below. Thank you all so much. You guys know I love and adore you. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.